In this video, we are going to explore some of the formatting techniques in Google Sheets. So if we just expand the menu or show the menu from the top right hand corner, we can see the format tab right here. So if you click on this, we have the themes, we have numbers, text, alignments, wrapping, and so on. So we are going to have a lot of fun with these. And also if you want to use these options from more formats, you can also access all of them from 1 to 3, as you can see. But these are numbers formatting, mostly numbers and date formatting as well. So let's explore this. First of all, let's highlight the salary column and let's say that we want to format it as number. So let's click on more formats and format it as number. As you can see, when we turn this into a number, it puts the comma style and it's following the US format because we have selected the region as US, and it will put a decimal places and it takes up to 2 decimal places. So immediately as we convert it, it will be converted for whole column because we have selected the column earlier. Also, let's say that we want to format it not as number but as a US dollar currency. So what we do is just click on more formats again and we go in the accounting section where it says bracket 1000.2. Now what bracket is representing is the negative values will be shown in brackets and the normal values will be shown without brackets. So as soon as we select this, it will put a comma in decimal places along with the dollar sign. So whenever we put any figure in negative, it will be shown in bracket. But if you don't want to show it in brackets, click on more formats, and we also have the currency rounded, which doesn't show the decimal places, or we have the simple currency format as well. Pick up the currency according to your region set. So we have picked this up, and let's say that we want to change this currency to something else. We can easily do that by changing the region. And also if we turn this into time, just for the sake of example, although it's a number, so if we put it to time, it has formatted it in the time format, but obviously that is not relevant. Time format is suitable whenever you have a specific date like this one and you want to format it further. You just go to the more formats and format that as time. You can also format it as date and time. So let's turn this to date and time, and now it's just showing the current time and date. And just notice that if you didn't format it as date, what happens? We just want to see this. Let's put a current date, and the current date short key is just hold the control key and press the colon sign or semicolon sign and you get the current date. So if this is not identified as a date and you double click on it, nothing shows up. But if it is formatted as a date, as soon as you double click, the calendar shows up. So right now it is automatically formatted, but let's say that it is set to some other format like number. Now if we double click on it, it just shows you the number. It doesn't open up the calendar. So that's why it is always important to switch to the date format. And also let's say that for all the data, we can use the dollar because this is our region, the default region. But let's say for a particular cell, we want this currency to be converted into euros or something else. What we need to do is just click on this more formats, and at the last you can choose the custom currency as well. So let's choose the custom currency and you can simply select that, let's say Algerian dinar, click on apply and you get the results. But just notice that it will not convert the currency by multiplying it to exchange rate. It just simply changes the symbol if you want to change it for a particular cell. And also whenever you want to clear the formatting altogether, you don't want any kind of formatting here, you can always go back to the format area and click on clear the formatting right at the bottom. We also do have a short key for this, that is control plus backslash. So just hold the control key and press the backslash button, which you can find in most of the keyboards right above the enter key. So just hold the control key and press that if it works for you, or otherwise you just click on clear formatting right away from here. And let's say that we want to format this whole table now. We have seen some of them about the currency and formatting, but let's say that if you want to format this as a table, you can just right click and click on convert to a table, and you will notice that it will be converted into a beautiful format. When we click next, you can change the column type. Next, custom views can be set. You can personalize your tables. Click done, and we have this awesome format right here. Now sometimes what happens is it has made all of this as a table, but it shouldn't be the case. It should not take the search boxes into the table. So for that you need to create a space. Otherwise it will consider all of them under a single table. Just right click on this and click on insert one column, and also you want to clear this all together. So clear column all together, even clear formatting. So just select this clear formatting from here, and now if we right click and insert and convert this into a table, it still picks it up. We need to make sure that we select the whole column and just press delete once again. So if you don't want to keep this one as a part of the table, what we need to do is we need to just switch it to one cell down so that it will not consider that as a headings overall. After that, we just right click and click on convert to table, and you will notice that it is not taking that other part as the part of the regular table. So meanwhile, you will notice some amazing functions here. You have an awesome formatting. We have some sorting type. You can apply all the filters and all. You can also choose different grades. You can easily convert these all grades into a drop down as well, so that for future reference you can easily choose whatever grade it is from the drop down in each column. Just right click on any one of them, scroll down and switch to drop down. What this will do is this will show you all the options in the drop down, especially if it is without a formula. That's even more useful. Scroll down, convert this to drop downs, and you have these drop downs available. Now whenever you want to enter some more data, what you need to do is just press tab, or actually click on insert row below, and it will be part of the table. You just enter US 111, and now we have the new employee, Saad Nadeem, and we can choose the department from the drop down, whatever it is. See how professional it looks. We just enter the salary, and we can choose the grade based on the salary. But obviously the formula needs to be scrolled down, and now it can automatically pick it up for you. Okay, now if we want to change any alignments in Google Sheets, how do we do it? We just select the relevant column altogether. Let's say this is the column. We want to change the alignments, right? So what we do is just go to the format and go to alignments, and we can left align this. It's already left aligned, so we can, let's say, center it into a particular cell, and we can also right align this. We can also move it to a middle or the bottom. Let's say if we increase the length of it, it is on the middle side. But if we, let's say, want to switch this particular row to the bottom or upper side of the cell, we can do that as well. So switch to bottom, even though the cell is too wide, but it is always arranged at the bottom. You can switch it like this. It depends on the type of information you have. Basically, you can switch it to the top, you can align it to the center, or you can make it left align, and it should be in the middle like this. So these are some of the alignments options in Google Sheets. And also just notice that this cell alignments is different from the other ones. So if you want to make all the formatting similar, what you do is just select the row, whatever formatting you want to paste here, and you can just simply use the format painter. It is an amazing tool to just copy the format and paste it into the next one. So let's say in this format, the employee name is bold, the salary is bold, and it is aligned in a particular way. You want the above row to be aligned and formatted in the same way. So what we do is just select this and use this brush sign. First of all, just select the area which you want to copy as a format. Click on paint format, and it will copy the format. Now whenever you click wherever, it will paste the same format to the above range, whatever you have selected as a range. Just click on it once and you will notice that it is exactly formatted in the same way as the bottom one. So this is a very important tool. So this is some of the basic stuff that I have guided you about the formatting. Now what I need you to do is just explore all of these things as well. We do have some themes option that will show us the default themes, and you can customize those themes. So standard is selected. Whenever we want to switch it to, let's say, simple light, it will format it in a particular way. But we have noticed something, that as soon as we change it to whatever format is available, it is not changing anything. But if we switch back to the sheet by closing it, let's say we have chosen momentum, it is showing a different kind of text style here than this one. I don't know if you can notice this or not. Let's change it to something else, energetic, or let's choose something classic. So let's say I have chosen a paradigm, and you will notice that the format here is changed, but in the table it remains intact. So for that to be effective in the table as well, what you need to do is just convert this table to a normal range. And how do we do it? Just click on the table menu and click on revert to unformatted data. That's what you need to do, and you will immediately notice that the format will change as soon as you select any kind of particular theme. So as soon as we select it now, it will reduce the results right away. So you can obviously customize all of these themes. You can choose different color accents, and that will be very helpful when you format this all together. So that's all about formatting. What we need now is a little bit of exploration. You can check the rotations and how this can be tilted and all the functions. Choose the alternate colors, you can customize those. So just play around with this different functions. It is very cool, but the basics I have already told you about. So guys, before moving to the next one, just practice the formatting like I have shown in this video. So just try this by yourself, and I will see you in the next one.